Bitcoin here, daily chart is pulling back today. Based on this, again, stock market dumps out. Fear is coming into Bitcoin. We know generally, not always, but about 80% of the time, Bitcoin moves on greed and fear, meaning it's a risk asset, and it is pulling back today. It has not achieved my key target of around 113 and change, though. So again, maybe it's not over. And remember, if we start seeing the U.S. kind of bullying with tariffs and threats, there was a period in early April where Bitcoin actually went up on that while the market went down. And so there is a chance that if this escalates, that Bitcoin could be viewed by the global investor public as a safe haven. So let's watch and see, but maybe that's what pushes it up to the 113 and change level.
Bitcoinzilla stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to Bitcoinzilla today and enjoy the new edge. Gareth Soloway breaks down Bitcoin's next move and Trump's tariff impact. Big insights ahead. Let's hear what he sees coming.
Here's your chart on the QQQ. The Q's pre-market, you can see big drop here to the downside. We basically, and just keep an eye on this, right? So we were just at 523 on the QQQ Wednesday, right? So on Wednesday, we were at 523. We're now at 504, $19 drop. Now, again, it's not the biggest of moves, but it's still for a 2-day move or 2 to 3 day move. That is a significant drop in the markets. Now, again, same thing, markets extended move. If we look at how far of a move the NASDAQ made, would you say this market was due for a pullback, 30% rally in 6 weeks? Maybe a check back. And again, what we'll watch is to see if we come down. This is where I think we'll start to meet support right in this area. This is going to be your first big test level here, right? You can see this little zone, gap fill, little pivot high, and it even almost goes over to this area as well. Now, on the way back down, that will be support. And for me as a technical trader, I will be watching to see how price reacts at that level. The 10-year yield. So you can see how the 10-year yield today is coming in. Now, normally, if the 10-year yield's coming in, markets would be rallying up. But the trade news is actually causing an issue there because the trade news, the tariff news, the threats on Apple and the EU are actually putting essentially they're preeminent. They're number one. Those negatives are outpacing any sort of downside in yields. In addition, the way the market normally works, folks, the way the market normally works is that when yields fall, what does it mean? It means that there's a rush to the safe haven of treasuries. Okay, so right now, the bond market is working the way it should work. Now, remember, in early April, it didn't. Even when there was a rush of fear and panic, which usually means buyers of treasuries, U.S. treasuries, we actually saw yields going up, which means people were dumping treasuries. And I think it was China, it was these other countries, right? They were like, oh, you're going to tariff this much on us? Fine, we'll just not buy your debt, which really put us in a bind. It actually made Trump backpedal on a lot of the tariffs on everyone except China, and then a China reduction of tariffs were reached. But the point being is right now, the yields are coming in because if you have tariffs on these countries like 50% on the EU, it's going to slow the economy, which then raises the odds of lowering interest rates. That's how it's supposed to work for now. So let's keep an eye on that. If we start to see tariffs being imposed and yields going up, that would be very disconcerting to the whole entire market.
Donald Trump may have crossed a legal line this week after addressing crypto investors from a podium displaying the official presidential seal. The event, held at Trump National Golf Club in Virginia, was part of a private dinner for the top 220 investors in his family-backed cryptocurrency, the $Trump meme coin. By using the seal in this setting, Trump gave the impression that the federal government endorsed the event, something that's explicitly illegal under U.S. law. Violators can face up to 6 months in jail for misusing the seal in ways that suggest false government sponsorship. Adding to the controversy, Trump arrived at the venue in the Marine One helicopter, further blurring the lines between his public office and private financial dealings. The coin scheme, reportedly operated by his sons Eric and Don Jr., has become a major source of wealth for the family. Investors paid nearly $394 million collectively for access to the president, effectively turning the dinner into a high-stakes crypto pay-to-play. Critics, including Democratic Senator Jeff Merkley, blasted the event as a Mount Everest of corruption. Protesters outside waved signs denouncing what they called a blatant grift. Still, the White House brushed off the criticism, claiming Trump was simply attending in a personal capacity.
Gold today. Let's see what gold is doing. Gold, of course, is up, guys. Remember the level I gave you guys? I said, guys, this is going to be resistance on gold. It's there. Now, is this a shortable level? My answer is no, only because I still think this is a bullish pattern as long as it holds above this support. So again, the longer-term trend is up, right? Long-term trend is up. Yes, it's had some good pullbacks, and I did capture some good shorts on this. There's no doubt about it. But I still think that as long as we hold above here, this is a lower high and lower low shorter term pattern, which is net bullish, right? This is bullish consolidation. And so while it doesn't mean that gold won't pull back off of this level, it's just too high risk. I don't want to short into a bull flag breakout if it were to happen. Now, silver I have been bullish on. It did break out a couple days ago. It had a check back to this level. Today, it's basically flat to slightly positive. As long as it holds above this line, it's actually fairly bullish for a move higher. Oil today, let's take a look at oil, and oil continues to grind lower. A lot of sideways chop for the last month and a half on oil. Net, this is a flag pull down with a lot of inside bar. It's a bearish pattern developing, but again, no trade for me yet on this chart. Lastly, natural gas here, folks. Nat gas up just ever so slightly today, really in no man's land, still stuck between resistance and technical support. Not into support where I'd buy it, not into resistance where I'd short it, so I'm leaving it be for now.
Solana's vision for the future of finance goes far beyond cryptocurrency trading. At the Accelerate 2025 conference, Akshay BD, non-chief marketing officer at the Solana Foundation, laid out a bold idea. Solana could make everyone an investor or a dreamer. He believes that the traditional financial system is failing to serve the majority, locking everyday people out of wealth creation while concentrating access in the hands of a few. Through blockchain and tokenization, Solana aims to flip that script. Akshay pointed to growing frustration with conventional investment strategies, such as the outdated 60-40 portfolio model, which no longer delivers reliable returns. He highlighted how regular people are often shut out of private markets, leaving them few paths to grow wealth outside of wages. With the rise of AI potentially widening economic divides, Akshay posed a critical choice. Do we settle for universal basic income or strive for something better? Universal basic ownership. His vision sees a world where owning a stake in a business is as easy as scanning a QR code on your phone. Whether it's a clean energy company or a neighborhood cafe, blockchain could make it possible for anyone to be a part owner. By unlocking micro-ownership through Solana, Akshay says we could reshape capitalism to be more inclusive, innovative, and fair. If you've been with us so far, a big thank you. Don't forget to subscribe for free to Bitcoin Zella for your daily news. The link is waiting below. That's all for today's crypto news. Stick around for more updates, insights, and analysis on cryptocurrencies. Share your thoughts in the comments, like this video, and subscribe for more exciting content.